Ready to hit send on your first email in HighLevel, but not sure which buttons to push or where to go to do it? In the next few minutes, I'm going to walk you through how to create, test, and schedule your very first email. So let's get started. Welcome back, HighLevel Hustlers. I'm Richard Hickman, and I do HighLevel tutorials every week. And today we're going to go over how to send your first email. So a quick heads up here. Before you send your first email from HighLevel, there's two things you need to do. The first one is you need to be able to create a custom email sending domain so that it's actually coming from your email rather than some generic email out of HighLevel. It's more likely to stay out of the spam, all that kind of stuff. Go ahead and click this link right here so that you can figure out how to do that. The next thing is you need a warmed up domain. Now, what this means is Google and Yahoo and all these guys are they're going to recognize your email by warming it up in the first place. So if you need to warm up your email so that it doesn't go straight to spam, go ahead and click on this link right here and go warm up your domain first. Now that you've got your custom email sending domain and your email domain is all warmed up, let's go ahead and get started on how to send your email. To send your first email campaign in HighLevel, we're going to go into HighLevel and we're going to come here to marketing. And then we're going to go to emails and we're going to make sure that we're on the campaigns tab. Okay, it might pop up with this right here. Okay, we're going to go to the campaigns tab, not the templates. Let's pause for a second and talk. What's the difference between a campaign and a template inside HighLevel? Campaigns are when you're going to create an email, kind of like a newsletter or something like that, and we're going to blast all of your contacts, or at least we're going to blast a whole bunch of your contacts at the same time. What a template is like, you're going to have a pre-canned templated email that like maybe every time someone signs up for your newsletter, they get a welcome email. It says the same thing, thanks for signing up for my newsletter. You can watch my YouTube, stuff like that. That's going to be a pre-canned template email that gets sent every time something happens, but it doesn't get sent to a whole bunch of people at the same time. It's usually going to be like a one-by-one type thing. That's what the templates are for. We're going over in this tutorial how to send your first email campaign. So we're going to send out a blast to everyone in your database all at once. Hey, first of all, thanks for watching the YouTube video. I hope this is really helpful for you. And if there's anything that this isn't addressing for you, let me know in the comments below, because that's why I'm here. I want to make this super easy for you. And I want to make the most value per minute possible. So here's the other thing. If you're here because you're wanting Go HighLevel to grow your business, you already know going into the platform, it's like stepping into a car for the first time or a plane for the first time or something like that you don't know how to drive. You know it can get there, but you don't know which buttons to push, what pedals to press, or what lever to pull. That's why I've created what I call the flight plan. The flight plan is something that I have made to help every HighLevel user take this massively powerful tool and understand how we can propel your business into what everyone wants, which is more customers and more revenue. If you want to see what that looks like for you, go ahead and visit this link, because I have done this for lots of business owners. Many business owners use the flight plan and they take it and they run with their business. It's like a custom owner's manual between HighLevel and your business that helps them talk to each other. If you want to know what that looks like, go ahead and click this link below and let's get right back to the content. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit this new button right here, and then we're going to choose either blank or marketing email templates. Right here, we can choose from all these different templates. There's a ton to choose from. They're all really pretty and they look really nice. You can choose one of these if you would like, or if you want to just create a blank one, we're going to hit blank and then choose design editor if you want it to have pictures. Or if you want this to be a little bit more casual, to look a little bit more like it's a direct email to this person, you can just go with the plain text editor. I'm going to teach you how to use the design editor so that we can visually drag and drop and create your brand new email. The way I like to start with this is with a picture up at the top. We can drag and drop that picture. We're going to edit. We're going to choose from our media library, and we're going to upload our logo. Once you've got your picture uploaded, it's right there. This is way too big though, right? So I'm going to go ahead and adjust the height. I'm going to say this, I want it to be 50, and then 50 on the width. It's a little small, so maybe we'll go 75 and 75. Okay, that's a little better, okay? If you have a banner or something like that, you can add that at the top right here. That would be great. Now what we want to do is I like to do a text and image for my next section. So I'm going to go ahead and drag and drop that over here. I'm going to delete this, and I'm going to move this to the very bottom in just a minute. Okay, so now I'm going to have a welcome, or no, this is a newsletter. So I'm going to say the Peaked Consulting newsletter. And now I'm going to say, hey, and then right here is where you have the custom values. So I'm going to go contact first name. Hey, contact first name. This week in high-level news, blah, 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 blah. Okay, we're going to have all of this information in here. Okay, and now we're going to add a picture here to the side. And we can either upload from the media library. You can upload another picture. Another kind of cool thing here is they do have some stock images that you can choose from. So I'm going to choose mountain. Okay, so that's a great picture right there. I'm going to insert that picture. Okay, I'm going to get rid of this stuff right here, and I don't want a button right here. I want a button later. So now I want to be able to have my text wrap around this picture and keep going. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a single column after this, and now I'm going to add some text right here. Okay, and now I can have text go all the way across the screen. Okay, now I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. And now say I want to add a button. So I'm going to drag and drop, and I'm going to put my button right there. And you can use a URL. You can attach it to a file that's in your media library, whatever. And now we're going to put some more text. Okay. Now say you want to add something else like, some code, a video. Maybe we just dropped a new YouTube video. We can come right here and we can choose the YouTube video URL and all that kind of stuff. There's all kinds of things you can add in here. The most important thing though, at the very end, we need to make sure that we put our footer. This is going to call from your business settings for the year right now, and the location name as well as the location email. Make sure that these are all up to date before you send your email. But now we've created a pretty good looking email, okay? Now we're ready to name this campaign. We're going to say this is the newsletter for May 14th, 2025. And now we want to hit save. Make sure you hit that save button. We want to make sure, and this view email. We're going to put this down at the bottom as well. Okay, we're going to save that. And now we're ready to send or schedule. We're going to go here. Now, we could just send it all at once. I recommend, though, that you do it in a batch. We don't want to send everything all at once. We want to batch it so that if you end up with people marking it as spam, you don't like all of a sudden if you have an email list of 10,000 and maybe 100 people mark it as spam all within the first 10 minutes, you don't want that to happen all at once. You want that to happen over time. You want to drip that out. So your batch quantity, say you want to send, 100 emails every hour. Okay, that's going to, even if your email list is 1,000 long, it's going to drip 100 emails every hour. So it's going to take 10 hours to get through your 1,000 emails. So figure out what your batch quantity needs to be, or you can just send it all at once. We set up in our last video, we set up our email sending domain was send1.peak.consulting, but I want this to actually come from newsletter@peak.consulting. See, and it says email verified. I did not add Peak Consulting as my email sending domain. I created send1.peak.consulting. But HighLevel's magic is going to make it to where it can send it from this root domain, even though it's not using that on the back end. Then we're going to have the sender name, the subject line. You're going to know your audience best and what you should use for your subject and all of that kind of stuff so that you know what is the best to put in here for your subject line and your preview text. Your preview text, this is what can get shown as preview text in some email clients. And then if not, it's totally optional. Otherwise, it's going to show what this is right here, the very first line, which is Peak Consulting Newsletter. Now we can choose which contacts to send it to. I'm going to choose all contacts. You can create a smart list and send it from there. You can send it to only certain tags or pre-built segments and stuff like that. I definitely think you should track your clicks and do the UTM tracking. You can add tags based on how they interact. Okay, we could come here and we could add conditions like, okay, if someone clicks on the link, then I want to add a tag, okay? Something like that. There's all kinds of different conditions you can have tags created. And then this one is really cool too. Resend email if unopened. So we can enable this to configure to say, 12 hours later, if someone has not opened it, I want to resend it, but I want to have it be, instead of newsletter, maybe I put something a little bit different in here, like news of the week or something like that. Okay, you test something else, and then at that point, we're just going to hit send. Okay. Once you get in the groove and you're sending a bunch of emails, you're going to start getting your email statistics to populate, and you're going to hopefully start getting stuff like this. This is one of my clients that's been for the last 90 days sending out a bunch of emails. You can see that there were 157,000 emails delivered in the last 90 days. And from those 150,000 emails, $6,000 worth of revenue, which is pretty great. We can come down here and we can see the open rate. Our open rate's maybe a little bit low, but we can see that there's the click rate. These are a little bit lower on delivered numbers because she was sending some very specific emails. But we can also see down here some more recent stuff with the open rate, how much revenue is generated from these different emails and so forth. So once you get into the groove of sending your emails, make sure you're tracking your open rate, your click rate, your order rate. All of that is going to be able to help you get the most success out of your email sending campaigns. Congratulations, you just sent your first email out of HighLevel. Make sure that you're constantly watching all of those numbers and the statistics. Tweak the way your messaging is so that you get better open rates and better click-through rates and actually increase your revenue. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. Drop any comments you have down in the section below so that I can make sure that I answer those or create any more videos that you might need. We'll see you next time.